Now I know what my regular viewers and newer viewers are probably thinking. This review of Elden Ring we are going to be looking at today couldn't possibly be worse than Quantum TV's and Red Bandana Gaming's reviews. Well, I assure you, it is. I mean, after all, they blatantly admit to not even playing the game once before reviewing it. Something I think everyone can agree automatically makes their review completely inept. How on earth are people meant to take what you say about a video game seriously when you haven't even touched it yourself, and when you admit the only knowledge you have of the game is based off of simply watching other people play it for a measly 2 hours? That's not even getting out of the opening area. At best, it's when you just walk around the tree sentinel. But you know, at first I did think this could be a troll video and that they were simply baiting, but if you take a few seconds to scroll through their comment section, you can consistently see them defending the points made in their video. I have a feeling this is probably going to be one of those channels who, whenever they get called out, will fall back on the "but I'm just a troll" excuse when they clearly aren't trolling. And so without further delay, I'll let the video play.
So Elden Ring completely sucks, and I guess it's up to me to prove it.
Not only is that intro flat out painful to witness in the first place, but it also doesn't even match their channel. The channel names don't even match up, and the only place you can see that donkey is on his channel banner. I seriously don't understand why so many channels insist on having these awful intros for their videos. At best, it gives you an extra 10 seconds of watch time, which is pointless. Just make better, more entertaining content instead. And if you are insistent on having an intro, then at least use one which matches your channel.
Elden Ring is from Software, a company that works titles as though they have the limited ingredients of a Taco Bell menu. Okay, we have a ring. Okay, we've got an Elden Ring. We're gonna mix and match though. Elden Ring, and it is a charismaless, motivation-free, derivative, repetitive death loop.
There is one common theme among all of these shitty Elden Ring reviews, and it's that they'll claim the game is trash simply because they don't like the type of game it is, and only bought it because of the positive reviews. Although the last half of that statement doesn't apply here, because this person has never fucking played the game. How you can say a game isn't charismatic when you haven't even touched it makes zero sense. Elden Ring is far from uncharismatic. The open world has some of the best art direction you'll see in any video game, and the combat is as good as it gets. Also, any video game can be described as repetitive. They all have a certain gameplay loop they'll repeatedly fall back on. It's one of those quote-unquote critiques you've seen thrown around for any video game when someone tries to claim it's trash because they have zero legitimate reasoning behind calling it trash. Doom Eternal is incredibly repetitive, and yet it is one of the best FPS titles ever made. Elden Ring's death loop is a repetition, which is only a problem if you didn't do basic research before buying the game. It is something to be expected when playing any From Software title. If you don't like dying over and over again and having to learn from your mistakes, you won't like this game. That's basic common sense. However, it does not mean the game is trash. It just means it's not your kind of game.
Oh, but Vaughn, come on, don't be so hard on a game. You haven't even beaten it yet. Oh, I hear those complaints from that Hollow Knight review, and I one-up you. I haven't only not beaten Elden Ring, I haven't played it.
If you thought the other Elden Ring reviews I've looked at were bad, I'm sure you figured out by now this one is even worse. You cannot properly review a video game without actually playing the game you are reviewing. So many titles like the Guardians of the Galaxy game are insanely boring to watch in most scenarios, but are actually pretty fun to play. There is an astounding difference between watching a video game and then playing it. Sure, they can both be equally entertaining at times, but that's not always the case. If the streamer you are watching is boring, then the game will end up looking equally as boring. Same if the creator isn't entertaining. The game won't be. Watching gameplay does not give you enough information to review games. It's why for my reviews I haven't just watched video games, I fucking played them. I mean, goddamn, I could save so much time if I were to just not play the games and still review them anyway. But at the same time, my reviews would be as equally dogshit as this if I did that. Specifically, my Dying Light 2 review, I had over 100 hours in the game before making it. I couldn't probably review an RPG like Dying Light 2 without multiple playthroughs. Imagine if I tried to review Dying Light 2 without ever touching it. There is so much content in both Elden Ring and that game, it's impossible to do. When it comes to Elden Ring specifically, it's genuinely impossible to get a surface level understanding of the game as a whole without playing it.
See, I am so attuned with my criticism, I don't even have to play a game anymore to judge it. Look, if it's raining shit outside, do you need to stand in it to realize you don't want to be in it? But if you must know, I did watch and try to guide a friend through a 2.5-hour live stream of nothing but pain and agony.
As I said myself earlier, the reason you probably think Elden Ring is uncharismatic and trash is more than likely due to your friend simply not being an entertaining streamer. After all, looking at the chat box right now, you are the only person talking. There's again, probably a reason for that. Also, I have a feeling the reason you spent 2 hours guiding someone through a minute part of Elden Ring was almost definitely because you had no idea what you were talking about, resulting in you consistently giving them bad advice. I mean, after all, you are someone so intelligent. They unironically thought they could review a video game cohesively without ever playing it.
So you have this brief little cutscene trying to indicate that the Elden Ring has been destroyed and you as a Tarnished are quested to defeat all the bosses in this world and that will restore power. Why does this matter? It's not like you have a dying mentor you need to take care of, or a wife and kid at home, any villagers to save. You have no motivation whatsoever. And you're labeled as a Tarnished, which may as well be the N-word in the between worlds of Elden Ring here.
I'm not gonna lie, I never thought I'd hear someone unironically trying to equate the term tarnished to an actual racial slur. You know, a totally reasonable comparison there. Either way, regardless of that obviously moronic comparative, not every game needs a super motivational story. I don't know a single person playing Elden Ring for his story. I know there definitely are a few people out there who do, but the vast majority of people don't care for it here. They just want to kill some awesome looking bosses and enemies after getting their asses handed to them repeatedly. If we're being totally honest here, the real motivation within Elden Ring is to get some maidens. I was personally extremely hurt after being called maidenless at the beginning of the game, and eventually when my Lego Skywalker Saga addiction is over, I'll actually beat the game and finally get some maidens.
So after your little tutorial showing you all the rudimentary hack and slash, you got your character creation, all this sort of stuff, you get out into the open world. Oh wow, it's so open. Which is code for, we're not going to design levels anymore. Instead we just populate a world and then you get to play it the way you want to. Except in this game, it punishes you for not playing it the way they want you to play it.
Tell me you don't understand open worlds without telling me you don't understand open world games. Elden Ring is one of the most free open world titles available. The only structure there is available is entirely optional. If you're enough of a masochist, you can end up fighting some late game bosses essentially straight away. Elden Ring gives you an almost entirely free open world, with the only restrictions being the typical ones you see across all open world games, when it comes to certain areas being more difficult than others and so on. If you don't happen to like open world games, then of course you won't like Elden Ring. But yet again, with this terrible review, you are taking something which is not an actual issue with the game and then using it to claim it's trash when you simply just don't like this game genre.
Case in point, this asshole over here says that you're maidenless, and you're like, okay, what the hell's that about? Then there's this tall guy on a horse, and I guess maybe you want to avoid this because he's going to murder your ass. So you go off in the other direction and make shit all progress in 2 hours of searching for your humble steed, which the game promised you. It is after this point you have to look shit up.
Oh dear God. How will you ever survive? A video game which doesn't hold your hand like a baby through everything exists? These are not issues with the game. Quite the opposite. The only complaint you can make from this is the fact From Software stupidly assumed all of their players would be sentient human beings. And that is not a problem with Elden Ring. It is a problem with you, reinforced by the vast majority of AAA studios making insanely easy games. Even if you didn't look anything up, it should have taken you an extremely small amount of time to get your horse, since all it takes is visiting 3 sites of grace. And I love how a few seconds ago this guy was claiming they made it open world out of laziness so they wouldn't have to design levels, even though open worlds are far more difficult to create, and he did it while showing gameplay of a dungeon in Elden Ring, which are basically levels.
And realize that the game wanted you to sneak past the tall guy on the mount, rest at some campfire, and then some gal who is partially blind will give you a steed ring, which is actually a whistle, but we're calling it a ring. But I see a ring, but it's labeled whistle, so lazy.
If you couldn't figure out the simple fact you typically shouldn't fight the tree sentinel straight away without searching it up, then that's again a massive you problem, not a problem with the game. The tree sentinel is obviously designed to be there to solely introduce new players to the concept seen throughout all Souls-likes. When it comes to the fact you shouldn't and don't have to fight everything you see, sometimes you may have to run away and level up before fighting something. And was he having a stroke when very poorly trying to mock the devs for using the supposed wrong image for the item used to call your steed? It is a fucking video game. Whistles in the Elden Ring world may not look like whistles in our world. This is one of the most pathetic nitpicks I have ever seen someone make about any video game. It doesn't really show the developers are lazy. All it primarily shows is how much of a shitty reviewer you are. How you're gonna sit here, review a game and not even play it, and one of your main complaints being that an image for a whistle doesn't look like a real life whistle in a game with dragons and tons of mythical creatures. If you're looking for realism, you're not gonna find it here.
Even better, return back to that asshole who called you a maidenless tarnish. Once you have a maiden, he won't even recognize it. Since when did we program NPCs to have dialogue that doesn't update to the shit scene?
Since when did we have reviewers review video games without ever playing those video games? If you actually played Elden Ring, you'd realize there is little to no way for him to have known if you got bitches or not. And again, how is this one of your main complaints about the game? Complaining that an opening area NPC doesn't update to what you do later in the game when you are meant to meet him again outside of the opening area is a total nitpick. It's also very clear to anyone who's actually played the game in terms of the Elden Ring world that when they refer to you being maidenless, they are referring to you being unmarried. At worst, you could accuse Japanese developers of getting their translation wrong, but I have a feeling that wouldn't go down too well with the gaming community as a whole.
When you take hits because you have the hitbox of a Buick. Your character makes all of two sounds, the grunt of being hurt and the grunt of dying. Get used to it, because your best attack is to spam customer support for a refund. And it's not like my buddy Motels on the Moon is bad at games. We did a co-op live stream of Halo 2 on legendary difficulty.
I always love it when these types of individuals on the internet try to claim they're not just bad at Elden Ring, via showcasing how supposedly amazing they are at polar opposite forms of video games. Your friend being good at Halo, aka an FPS title, does not mean you aren't just mad because the Tree Sentinel kicked your friend's ass in a third-person open-world JRPG. It's a false equivalency in its finest form. Also, the hitboxes in Elden Ring are far, far more kind to you than the enemies. Your hitbox is basically just your player model, and if you get hit, it is 99.9% of the time your fault, not the game's.
Come on, it's hours of getting slashed between walls and having a dog attack you with a shoulder roll. What dog in history has ever attacked with anything but its teeth? I realize that this game isn't chock full of glitches. Is that enough to appease the media these days?
I can see why this video got so many dislikes. How are the vast majority of this guy's points pure nitpicking? For the love of God, just criticize the game for its poor optimization at launch, or how ridiculously outdated the online system is, not for how the fucking dogs attack you. That is not actual criticism. It is a joke of a critique at best. There are a decent amount of things you could have genuinely criticized this game for, but because you never actually played the game, you had to resort to this bullshit, spewing out random garbage at your viewers, hoping you actually make a good point eventually. Unfortunately for you, you've managed to make a video consisting of pretty much nothing but bad taste with zero valid arguments.
From Software put this game out on a Friday so that YouTubers wouldn't be expected to have a video up on Saturday or Sunday, because YouTubers are going to have that Monday through Friday video, yeah? Giving everybody plenty of time to pre-order this garbage and not be able to get the refund.
If you unironically solely base whether or not you enjoy a video game based on the opinions of YouTubers you watch, then you have a serious problem, and one that's in seemingly typical fashion for this review, an entirely you problem. Not all YouTubers don't upload on the weekend, and if they don't, then that just means they'd have more time with the game, allowing them to make a better review for it. That's a positive, not a negative like you are very weirdly trying to claim. Again, if you can't decide whether you want a refund for a game or not without a random person on the internet telling you, then you seriously need to get a grip. You should definitely be able to form your own opinion on things without YouTubers telling you it.
If you are suffering through a sleepless night, then please play Elden Ring. It will induce narcolepsy. I give Elden Ring a 2.0 out of 10.
I think it's fairly safe to say that was easily the worst Elden Ring review we've actually looked at on this channel so far, and I'll probably look at a few others in the future because there's frankly nothing else to make videos on at the moment. But either way, how are you going to review Elden Ring a 2 out of 10 when you didn't even play it? I know that's something I brought up repeatedly in the video, but come on, at least play a video game if you're going to review it. It's like the one thing you have to do. But either way, we have finally come to the end of that shitty video, outside of a really cringy part of their video where they pretend to get their mum on the mic to beg for subs. Yeah, I'm not joking, and I'll save you the pain of having to watch that. Which means we have finally come to the end of my video, so with all that being said, please do not forget to do all the things YouTubers love to beg you to do, aka check out my Discord server, follow me on Twitter, as well as like, comment and subscribe, so that we'll see you all in the next video.